Well, here we are again with another Views from the Veranda, and what a year it's been as we head towards the end of it. Very different to anything we've ever experienced before. In terms of property, it's been an unusual year, and in particular regarding investment properties. And that's what I thought I'd touch on today and share my views about. How to actually look at buying the best type of investment property and the sort of things you should be looking for. So firstly, buying at the right time of the property cycle is important, obviously. So property does run in cycles. There's a peak and there's a trough and somewhere in between. I've referred to in the past about a device called the property clock. So if you can imagine a clock face, at the top of the clock, that's when the market is at its peak, and at the bottom, where the hands are at the bottom, that's when the market is at its lowest. So somewhere in between, you have to start to see the market coming off, and that's called a downturn, and then you start to see the market coming up again. That's an upturn. Well, at the moment, it's probably fair to say that we're in an upturn, and property prices are certainly increasing. So knowing when to buy and also when to sell is obviously very important. The other important consideration is the right location. Buying in the right location obviously can make a huge difference in terms of property return. So the sorts of things you should be considering when you're looking to buy an investment property is about, firstly, close proximity to amenities. Amenities mean such as train stations and transport, hospitals, schools, amenities even such as cinemas and even the beach can be seen as important in terms of the type of location and where you should be buying and what becomes attractive. In our own area as Veranda, I deem that as a good investment area because it does have the large Westfield and all the shops. It does have a train station as well, and it's not too far away from the beach. So the other things to think about is things you shouldn't consider is areas that are based on one sole industry or type of facility, such as a coal mine, such as a hospital, because they can close and you can automatically lose your tenants. In addition to that, you should be considering to look at buying in areas where there is emerging growth. Of course, in Australia at the moment, we're not seeing the intake of immigrants or students from overseas, but that will change. What's happened in the past as well is that oftentimes investments close to the city have been good investments. Well, that's changing now as more and more people start to move outside of the city and work from home. Even our own shire, that's experiencing a growth as far as people looking to buy into the area and commute on the occasional into the city. So the other area to consider is the right rental return. In terms of actually that, a lot of people get caught up in the emotion of buying and they don't look at the finance and logic. So it's very important to consider whether you're buying for capital growth or for return on investment. So certain areas need to be looked at more closely. The other area is the type of property. So depending on where you're looking to invest, whether it be a unit townhouse, that might be important where you've got an area which has got a younger population, or if you've got an older, more family-orientated population, investment in houses might work better. So the type of property is very important. So lastly, of course, you need to do your research. And by research, it's understanding where there are the trends, where there are growth, not only in capital growth, but also in rental returns. There are a number of websites these days. There's propertydata.com.au, there's Residex, even actually being in contact with the various real estate institutes. They're also very important. And obviously, you should be talking to your local real estate agent because they're going to give you the best advice of where to actually invest. So on that note, that's our views and my views, that is. Look, if you are looking to buy an investment or sell an investment, contact or message us anytime. That's what we're here for. But until then, take care and look after each other. Thanks.